Hello and welcome everyone. In this video, we will see how to consolidate sales file from a given folder. Suppose you have 3 years sales data in 3 respective files of a folder. You can bring all 3 in one single file using Power Query feature of Excel. It's inbuilt in Office 365 and in the version 2016. However, for versions below that, you may have to go to Google and type in download Power Query. When you do that and you install the Power Query add-in, you'll get a separate tab on the top right called Power Query. However, for Office 365 and 2016 version, you have this feature called Get and Transform Data under the Data tab. That is Power Query. So let's see the trick. I have an empty blank sheet. On the other hand, I have a folder which consists of 3 different sales files. Let me open at least one of them to see the structure. Now, what I have is first column as sales date. Let me expand the screen. Sales date, region, customer type, customer, business segment, category. If you just pause the video for some time, you'll get to see some standardized data taken from the ERP system. Now, the same format has been maintained in the other year's data. So, how do I bring all of them in one file? First, you go to Data tab. Then we'll go to Get Data. Let's see what's there inside Get Data. When I go to Get Data, there is one of the options which says From Folder. Let me click on that. Next, I need folder path. So I go to the folder, copy the path from this bar here, and then I'm going to paste it to save some time. Now I notice the last part of the folder path is called All 3. I click on OK. Now, I get to see the 3 files in that folder. I'm going to click on Combine. I click on Combine and I click on Combine and Transform Data. In some versions, this is called Combine and Edit Query. Let me click on that. Next, it gives me a preview window, which gives me the first file's preview data. Once I see that, I'm going to click on OK. Next, it's opening Power Query Editor, which seems to have consolidated all the data. Let me check this out. I click on the drop down and I see this button called Load More. It allows me to see all the data files that have been collected into one single consolidated report. Now once I see that, I can click on OK and then say Close and Load. So now what I see is all the data getting collected into one single source. The total number of line items is close to 61,000 lines, and as you can see, this also consists data from 2018. You can get this queries and connection from Data tab by clicking on the button or switching it off. You can switch on or switch off depending on when you want it. If you feel there's a new file adding, let's say 2020, in that folder, you can right click on the query and click on refresh. It'll go back to the folder and pick up the 4th file if there any. Now let's say you did not want to load this as a table. I could have simply deleted the table and then I'll right click on the query and I'll say load to. Now it asks me how do you want to load this, as a table or a pivot table. So let me choose pivot table, and what you see is using the 3 files content, the 3 files header, a pivot table has been created. So if I put let's say sales date and I group them as per year, I will be able to see the 3 year sales data which has arrived from 3 different files. How about that? I'll talk about more of pivot table analysis of the same data in the next video. So I hope you got a basic idea about how to use Get Data from Files folder option to able to pick different files from a given folder and consolidate them. Ideally, they should have the same structure and column heading. But even if the column sequences are different, but the column headings are same, it will perform this trick successfully. Why don't you try this?